so hard, motherfuckers wanna find me.
Man, I already got it started a little bit, but what we're going to be doing today, man, is some chicken leg quarters. And what you're going to want to do, man, is by looking at this chicken right here, you see all this excess fat, man. This is not like your pork or your beef, where you're going to want to leave that fat on for flavor, man. Chicken fat is not a good thing, man. At least in my book, it's not anyway. So I always try to clean it up a little bit. And as always, man, when you're working with any kind of meat, make sure you wash your meat real good. Not with soap or nothing like that. Just, you know what I mean, vinegar. Vinegar works real well. Also, just water. You know what I mean, to get any of that stuff off. And as you can see right here, man, I am trying to pull this excess fat off. Now, we're not doing competition style, so we don't need to pull the skin off and separate the film up underneath of it, you know what I mean, and stuff like that. This is just going to be for like a backyard barbecue, so we're just going to trim the fat off so we're not eating chunks of chicken fat. And make sure after you get done cleaning it and stuff like that, you trim it up and stuff like. You're going to want to, then you're going to want to season it for a little while and leave it in your seasonings for, I'd say a couple hours before you know, begin your cook or whatever. Okay, so we have that done there. Just gonna make sure it's extra washed. Like I said, I already did all this other that's in the bowl here. So now what we're gonna do is we're gonna bring that bowl here, and we got a pan here. Now we're gonna spread our chicken out in this pan so we can get it seasoned up and get it right. Now you see how the skin stretches around like that? After I season my meat, I like to season it here and then fold that skin over and kind of seal some of that in a little bit as you're barbecuing. And you'll see I'll do that here in a second with that there. Okay, so the first seasoning, wash your hands always. You don't want that chicken stuff on your on top of your seasonings and stuff like that, because you'll get a cross contamination. Even though it'll be sitting in the cabinet or whatnot, you still don't want that. Okay, so now the first thing I'm going to be using here is this chicken fish and chicken Everglades seasoning. I really like this stuff, so we're just going to sprinkle this on. And I've been meaning to do this video. I asked one of the homies, man, real good dude, Thunder, 402 Thunder, what his favorite thing with barbecue was, and he actually said he likes grilled chicken. So, oh, that was garlic powder, by the way. And then I got some of this Seminole Swamp seasoning here, and it's actually a spicy seasoning. You'll see why I did that later. The seasonings we're going to use are a heat with heat behind it. And then we got a little bit of Lowry seasonal salt. And the reason we're going to do that is because we're going to be using a sweet barbecue on this. Barbecue sauce. So you mix the sweet with the heat, man. It really gives it a good flavor profile behind it. So now, what I'm going to show y'all is what I was talking about earlier. We're basically going to flip this chicken. You see this skin? We're going to pull that back on every little piece of this chicken that has that extra skin. We're going to pull that back so we can get the seasoning on the meat itself, and then we'll season that skin a little bit too. So now go back, seasonal salt, pepper, Seminole seasoning, And as far as my seasonings that I use, man, I get my seasonings from a local place down here. You know, I don't know where you're at, but I'm pretty sure, like, if you go to any of your Everglades, any of your local meat stores and stuff like that, they will have what they call like a local seasonings and stuff like that. And it usually, man, that I prefer over any type of, you know, seasonings that you can get from like Walmart or your neighbor, you know, Winn-Dixie or Publix or, you know, Sweet Bay, whatever you got near you. You know, I prefer those seasonings well over, you know, any of those type of stores like that. So I usually go to like my local meat store and get them there. I don't know if you have meat stores in your area, but that's where I like to get my seasonings from. And I've only got like 1 or 2 bad ones, to be honest, man. Most of them were pretty good seasonings. You know, I don't have a facility to make my own seasonings and stuff like that. You know, I wish I did, but I don't. So now, like I said, that's seasoned now. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to let this sit in the refrigerator. Okay, that's going to sit in the refrigerator for probably 3 to 4 hours, just like that. And then I'm going to pull it out the last like 30 to 20 minutes before I get, whenever I start the grill is when I pull my chicken out to sit it up on the counter to get it at room temperature. You never want to throw cold meat on the grill. That's a tip, you know what I mean? It always seems to dry out for me. So just a tip for y'all. Today on the grill, time to get some more food going, and this is the motherfucking chicken. So what we're gonna do is we're gonna lay this face down first. We're gonna indirect heat it like normal. Y'all know I love my indirect heat. We're gonna put it away from the fire a little bit because them coals are still piping hot. And I'm not trying to burn my chicken. I like to keep my food unlike my charcoal. So what we're gonna do is we're gonna keep this rolling here. We have 5 leg quarters, and we're gonna spread them because we don't want them touching. So spread these boys out a little bit. We're gonna let these cook until they are at the right temp. I will be transferring these from here over onto the coals after these coals calm down a little bit, and we'll be back. What we got going on, man, is we got some beans on the grill now, and we're gonna move this chicken over, and then I'm gonna move them beans off of this heat, and these beans gonna go all the ways over here, away from the heat, and we're gonna put our chicken out, let it get some motherfucking heat to it. When you grilling, man, you always want to keep your little bit of water next to you. You know what I mean? A little cup of water to stop flare-ups and stuff like that. You don't want burnt food, like we said before. You know what I mean? We ain't looking for charcoal. We want barbecue. Now is done, man, and as you can see, I have barbecue on these, but those, they didn't want barbecue sauce on theirs yet. They'd rather dip it. So now this chicken is done. So what I'm gonna be doing now is I'm gonna be pulling this chicken and putting it in the pan, getting ready to take in the house. And when you're cooking barbecue chicken and stuff like that, man, if you don't already know, the temp for barbecue chicken and stuff is 165 degrees. But if you don't have a thermometer and you're trying to cook chicken, you can take pretty much anything you have and stab a piece of chicken, and you will basically know if it's done because it'll ooze out white juice, not blood. You see how clear that juice is coming out of there? It's not blood, it's not pink, it's not red, none of that. So that means that chicken is done. If you were, you know, are new to barbecuing or anything like that, you've never barbecued chicken before, that means that chicken is done. So that basically means your family is ready to eat. Them beans are done. A little mix up of what we normally do here. And the old lady got some macaroni and cheese going in there. I'll show y'all whenever I got my plate done. Oh man, we got this macaroni and cheese here. Look at that mac and cheese. That's homemade right there. Them beans. Got a little bit of sauce, extra sauce. Got our motherfucking chickens. And oh my God, let a cracker get a bite of this him. Boy, look at him. That skin just coming on. Bruh. The flavor of that right there will make you motherfucking forget who Colonel Sanders is. Good Lord. Appreciate y'all coming through, man. And don't forget to like, subscribe, turn notifications on, do all that jazzy shit. Peace out, y'all.